is one recipe that you really need to try out. It's super delicious. So like the title, I made it with overripe plantain and it is super duper yummy. It's soft, just name it. The feeling is out of this world. This is one recipe that you have to try out. So the first thing you want to do is to get yourself overly ripe plantain. So you need to get that very ripe plantain because of the sweetness that it has. So do not use the unripe one. Make sure you have the very ripe plantain. If you have the one that is overly ripe, perfect, that is the type of plantain that you should make use of. So just peel off the back of the plantains. If you're new to my channel, it's good to have you here. My name is Teresa Metuka. You're highly welcome. Don't forget to hit on the subscribe button, turn on your post notification to get notified when I drop a new video. Do not forget to like and comment below. I would love to hear from you. Like I said, this is one recipe that you want to try out. It is super delicious. It's soft. It's just everything is tasty. The sauce is super amazing. So after peeling off the plantain, so the next thing you want to do is just to cut your plantain into the small bits, and then you add that into your water. You want to cook the plantain until it is soft. The cooking of the plantain to get it soft usually take about 10 minutes, or let me say 5 to 10 minutes. So our plantain is soft. So the next thing you want to do is just to scoop the plantain out. So ensure your plantain is still hot, and the next thing you are doing is to mash it up. Add in just some melted butter. This will help add very nice taste to your plantain. So mash it up until it is completely lumps free. So the next thing you want to do, into a bowl, combine coconut milk, some sugar and yeast. Make sure the coconut milk is lukewarm. You should be able to dip your fingers in it. So I made use of instant dry yeast, but if you have the active yeast, so this is how to activate it. So just allow it to get frosty. Should take about 5 minutes. So the next thing you want to do is just to save some all-purpose flour, add in here some desiccated coconut, some sugar and salt, so with also some cinnamon. Mix everything together. Do well to check the description box for the ingredients measurements. So the next thing I added is some egg. Add in your yeast mixture, so mix up everything together. So the next thing you want to also add here is your mashed plantain. So I did not use all the plantain that I mashed earlier. Like I said, you can check the description box for the ingredients measurements so that you can get the right measurements that I use in making this delicious bread. So the first thing we are making first is the bread. So this was actually inspired by Jamaican recipe. They call it cocoa bread. So they usually not put plantain in it. So I also saw something online and I decided to try it. I just added my own tweak to it, and it came out super amazing. So just mix up everything together. So this is not like a serious kneading, so you just want to knead it partially. So just add in here more melted butter. Promise you need to add that there. This is going to make your dough very tasty. And then just form this into a round ball. Like I said, it's don't need to knead it perfectly, just like 2 minutes, 3 minute kneading, and that's it. So just add some melted butter into your bowl and then add your dough. Cover this up in order for it to proof. It takes about 45 to an hour for the dough to double in size. So the next thing you want to do is just to deflate the dough to remove excess air bubbles, and then just add sprinkle some flour in the kneading surface and add your dough there. And then next thing you want to do is just to divide the dough depending on the size at which you want your bread to be. So I just went with like 5 pieces, so 5 pieces was enough for me. So the next thing I did was to just form this into a round ball. So just roll the dough up together to form a round ball, and then the next thing you do, just flour your kneading surface. That's if your kneading surface can stick to the dough, so you don't want that. So you could also flour your rolling pin, and then you just want to roll this flat, but do not go over the flat with it, just like 1/4 inch thickness. So I just want to say a special thank you to my returning viewers. Thank you so much. Thank you for your likes. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for sharing. And thank you for subscribing. You can as well share this delicious recipe. I promise you this is one recipe that you have to try out. You are going to enjoy every bit of it, like every bit of it. So once you fold out your dough into a 1/4 inch thickness, next thing you want to do is just to brush with some melted butter. Do not brush all the dough, just half of the dough with the melted butter, and then just cover it up just the way that you see me. Just fold it that's way you saw in the video. So the next thing you want to do is to repeat the same process with the remaining dough. So do not forget, just brush with melted butter just half of the dough and fold it, and there you have it. This is what your bread should look like at this point. So do not forget to give space in between each of the bread, because this is going to rise up. So the next thing we're going to do is just to cover this again, and we're going to allow it to cook for 15 to 20 minutes until it's doubled in size. So this is how yours should look like at this point. So remove the covering from the dough, and then the next thing you want to do is to ensure that you are already preheating your oven. We want to bake this at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. It doesn't take so long to bake. In 15 minutes this should be ready. So make sure your oven is preheating at this point. So the next thing we want to do is just to brush with some butter. Please do not skip the addition of the butter that I've been measuring. So make sure you brush it with some melted butter. The butter is going to help enhance the flavor of this bread. It's going to make it very, very soft. This bread is super soft, it's super delicious. So do not skip the butter that I have been mentioning in this recipe. So make sure each point in time that I say add butter, make sure that you add the melted butter. So brush each dough with the melted butter. So place this into your oven and bake, like I said, for 15 minutes. So there you have it, your delicious bread. So you can see you can easily open it because of the butter that we added to one part of it. So make sure that you add that butter to one part of it so that you can easily open your bread. You can eat this bread as it is right now. Is super yummy, is super soft, like it's very, very soft. It's good to set this aside. The next thing I want to make is our filling. So I have in here my bowl, I have some chicken breasts. I've already cut them into strips, so you can decide to use any other protein of your choice. So these are the list of spices I use in making it. So I also added here some brownie. I would advise that you add the brownie, even though I said it's optional, but I highly recommend that you do. It's going to just take your chicken to another level. So just heat up some oil, add in your chicken, and then you want to cook this until it is golden brown. So do not forget to stir at interval in order for each side of the chicken to properly cook. You can use any other protein of your choice. You can use fish, you can use beef. Anyone is fine, but just make sure that you spice it so well that when you taste it, it's going to be super delicious, because this is going to also add up into making the sauce very rich. So my chicken is ready, so I'm just going to set this aside and move to the next process. The next thing is to heat up very little oil, then saute some garlic and ginger for like 30 seconds. So the next thing you want to add is some onion. So saute too for like 30 seconds too, and then you add in some tomato and pepper, very little tomato and pepper. Then you add in some bell peppers. Mix up everything together. To add in some stock, I made use of chicken stock. Mix up together. I just want to allow this to cook for 2 minutes or a minute. Then add in your chicken and mix up everything well together. So taste for salt and also add in some spices. I advise that you make use of fresh herb at this point. This will just elevate your sauce or your filling to another level. So just cook this on low for 5 minutes. This would taste super duper delicious. You can also use this sauce to even eat rice as well, or any other carbohydrate of your choice. Is super tasty. So this is what the sauce should look like at this point. I did not add any thickener, so that's how I wanted the sauce to be. So into this, so I also have here some coleslaw, just have some carrots and cabbage. So I also have here some mayonnaise, I add some sweet chili sauce, and then I just squeeze in some lemon juice. So mix up everything together, just making like a coleslaw. So that is it. So add that into your cabbage and carrots. You can add more vegetables to this, but that was just simple way I just wanted to do this. So just mix up everything together. So the next thing you want to do is just to assemble all together. So add that into your bread. Oh my goodness, this is one of the best things that you can try out. I promise you, you're going to enjoy every bit of it. So add your chicken in there, and there you go. This is not, the video is not even doing justice to it. This is super duper yummy. So you can just add that your sauce that we make, that's our chicken sauce, and just use that to dip into this. Oh my goodness. See that from? So this is just our sauce. This is really nice. This is nice. Oh my goodness. Seriously, you have to give this a try. I love it. Tastes like coconut. Tastes like coconut. Tastes like plantain. It's super see, you need to try at this. You can tweak it to whatever form that you like. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the other flip side. Bye for now. Lots of kisses.